Ever since I've been young, I've been fascinated by the paranormal, UFOs, serial killers. I mean, come on, who doesn't like a good old mystery? Because I know I do. However, the only problem with that for me is that can often let my curiosity get the better of me. And in this series, this is exactly what I'm going to let it do. Now, I'm not doing this to prove or disprove the existence of what may or may not be out there, because that is your job. My job is to put myself in a situation that most people would find uncomfortable, and then report what I have found. Now, I know a place in Cheshire called Northern Woods, which is based in Styal, and by all accounts it's supposed to be haunted. Now, what I'm going to do is have a drive down there, speak to a few local people, have a bit of a walk around myself, so I'm going to do basically a bit of a recce, and then I'm going to visit back tonight when it's absolutely pitch black, there's no one else around, and then we're going to see what we can find. See if any of this haunted business is true. As I headed towards Northern Woods, I started to hear music coming from the chapel at the entrance of the forest. But what I came across wasn't anything supernatural, but was actually one of the locals with his guitar, plus a local runner. But this gave me the chance to ask about the ghostly goings on.
Hi, I've been coming here 62 years since I was a little tot. I've just been coming for the last 4 years, mainly playing my guitar in here. And quite a few occasions when I've come here, my dog, which has come with me, would not come in this porchway of the chapel.
Yeah, I've heard strange noises in Styal. I've heard dogs barking, refusing to go into the church. Whilst I've been running here, I've seen shadows. I
have talked to people about the chapel, and I have heard that it is supposed to be haunted.
Yeah, obviously the strange noises I've heard of another woman sing eerily in the woods.
I've heard knocking here, but I don't know whether it's the birds in the roof. But on a few occasions, my dog would not come in here, where most days she'll come here and sit and feel easy. I've heard lots of other stories about the woods, which is behind me, having something going on. There is supposed to be a bright light seen now and again. I've heard lots of different stories of a girl that used to ride a horse on the fields, and she's been seen there, but I don't know the truth behind it.
Yeah, it's a spooky place.
So, this is the entrance to Norcliffe Chapel, which sits right at the edge of the woods, which are directly behind me. The chapel itself is an absolutely beautiful building. It was built in 1823 for the cost of £307.18 by Samuel Gregg, who's the founder of Quarrybank Mill, which stands to the right hand side of me across the fields. Now, Quarrybank Mill is still used today as a tourist attraction. However, this is where it starts to get interesting. Some say that the reason the chapel was built in the first place and placed at the entrance of the woods was to help protect the villagers, from things like evil spirits that were said to roam in the woods. Before I started my research, I advertised on a few websites for any strange photos that people may have in relation to the area. These are some of what I was sent. Now, even though they are not instantly visible, when they were pointed out and I looked long enough, I could actually see something. But what it actually was, I couldn't say for sure. However, this is for you to decide yourself. As I started to make preparations for my next visit, day turned to night and I arrived at the woods in the early hours. If I was about to meet anything now, it was either going to be some sort of psycho hanging around in the woods or something supernatural, and I have to admit I was a bit nervous but also excited at the same time. Well, as you can see, I'm now on my way into the woods. It's pitch black, I can't really see a lot, to be fair. However, as I said, I am on my own. Only me and the camera. I'm not sure if I'll find anything or even hear anything, but whatever I do, it won't be like your normal programs where they say, oh, what was that, and you can't hear anything, and then they come up with some magical thing. Whatever I hear, you'll hear as well. And then instead of running away from the sound, I will be running towards the sound, okay? And we'll have to deal with it as and when that happens, okay? Unless it's something really bad, then I'll be on my toes, but we'll see what happens. Already starting to hear noises. Something watching us over there. Don't know whether you can see that on this camera. I can see something lit up in the field. Seems to have gone now. So I don't know what that was. Whatever it was, it's gone. It's most probably a rabbit or something. Now, as you've already seen on the beginning of the video, there was some pictures taken by someone. Whether these are actually right or not, I don't know. They might be just made up or whatever, but they do look quite legit. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and try and find those places and then take it from there, see if we can see anything. I think we're going to be coming up to one of the bridges in a minute, so we'll have a nosy around there, see if we can see anything, and if we do, obviously you'll see it as well. Alright, really could do with a bit of a handle for this. Still looking for that bridge. I don't know whether I've passed it or not, which I'm starting to think I might have done, to be fair. Oh no, there we go. I can just about see it there. Now, this is the bridge that was in one of the pictures, which had all the orbs and stuff around it. Can't really see anything at the minute. Can't hear anything. No, nothing at all. I'll go from the angle that the picture was taken at. And still nothing on camera. From what I can see anyway, I don't know whether it'll make any difference when I get back and we edit it, put it through the processor, etc., and have a look. But at the minute, on the actual camera itself, I can't see anything. So, but we're going to have to come back this way, so we'll have another look on the way back. But as it is at the minute, there isn't anything from what I can see. Now, I'm not getting any bad vibes at the minute. To be fair, it's quite nice. It's quite chilled out. But we'll just carry on down. Now, apparently there's I think there's some steps down here. That was on one of the other pictures as well. On the steps, I think there was some sort of mist, which I can't, you know, I don't know whether there's going to be anything there or not. So we'll actually find out in a minute.
Now, as with any woods at night, I could clearly hear what I would describe as local wildlife, and there really was nothing I could see or hear that I would say was supernatural or from the paranormal. So I continued deeper into the woods to carry on my search.
I mean, to be fair, I'm actually expecting the police to turn up at any minute and ask what I'm doing. If that happens, that should be quite amusing. Hearing nothing at the moment. You know, for a place that's supposed to be, you know, full of ghosts and hauntings, and there's pictures of proof, and we've got witnesses saying that it's the same, you know. Me personally, I'm not really seeing anything. I think we're close to the steps. I think I can just see the steps. Just at the top. I think we're just at the top now. Again, not really seeing anything. Yeah, not seeing or hearing anything, to be fair, apart from the water running, which I'm hoping that you'll hear as well, because the whole idea of the mic that I've got on is that you'll hear exactly what I hear, so you know there's no trickery. You know, not like the some of the other programs. So as it is at the moment, like I said, I'm not really seeing anything or hearing anything. We're on the stairs or the steps that was on the pictures, which you could see some sort of like mist again, which seems to be a recurring theme in the pictures, to be fair. The pictures from different people, but like I said, I don't know whether they're true, whether they're real or not. That's the only thing, because with today's technology and things like Photoshop, the old saying where a picture never tells lies is a load of rubbish now, and half the time the same with video as well now, because of all the technology that we've got. However, I will carry on and we'll see what else we can get. This is where the actual first one of the pictures was taken, at the bottom of the stairs, where you could actually see something that was some sort of mist or whatever. But again, at the moment I can't see anything, to be fair. Now I did hear a noise then. But I'm not sure what it was. I think it might have been a leaf or something falling out of a tree. Can't really see anything as such. Carry on down here. Now if I remember rightly, the way that I'm going at the moment is towards Oxbow Bridge, which again, one of the pictures was taken and there was some sort of apparition on it.
Now, what I didn't notice at the time of filming for some unknown reason was some sort of bright light that was in the trees. It would appear and disappear. I didn't actually see this until I was back at the editing suite. But what I do remember is the man that I interviewed at the church mentioning people seeing some sort of light in the woods.
I've heard lots of other stories about the woods which is behind me, having something going on. There is supposed to be a bright light seen now and again.
Is this the light? I'll let you be the judge.
Right, now as I've just said, I'm now coming towards Oxbow Bridge, which is where on the pictures one of the apparitions was. At the moment I'm not fully convinced that there is anything here. I haven't heard anything, haven't seen anything. I think I've heard something fall out of a tree, but other than that there isn't anything. But anyway, we're at Oxbow Bridge. See if there's anything here. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and switch my light out, so we'll be just running on the night vision. Hopefully you'll be able to see me, but through experience we know that we can't see anything else, but whatever, like I said, whatever I hear you'll hear, which at the moment is not a lot. So here we go, fingers crossed. I can find the on off button. Right, now I've switched the light off. It's absolutely pitch black and I'm just going to stand here in the dark and see if we can hear anything. Nothing? Nothing at all. Right, there you go. Let's that focus in a bit. There we go, it takes a little while to focus in. I switched the light out, stood here for a couple of minutes. Nothing at all. So we'll just carry on and see what else, if there is anything else. Right, the only thing is I can't remember where the friggin' hell I went. I think it was this way. Right, the only thing about doing all this on your own is obviously you need about 1 million hands. You need to be like an octopus. It's really hard to turn everything, you know, like the screen round. Now, as I said, nothing at the minute, nothing at all. I'm not about to make things up just to make it all exciting and stuff like that, because that's not what it's all about. The whole idea is to see if there is anything here and then just report back to you, and then you make the choice yourself, or the decision yourself I should say. Hang on a minute. I heard like a, did hear a bumping noise then. Can't hear it now, so it's obviously not important. Right, my battery's going to be running out, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to carry on filming, and then that will be it really.
Again, as I was editing, I noticed yet another light which I'd missed while walking around. But then, at the same time, I started to hear noises.
Now I'm hearing things. I think it's just birds though. I'm not seeing anything at all. No. I said I think it's just birds. I don't know if you heard that. I'm going to go and have a look, see what that was. Can't see anything. It's like a crackling noise, like wood breaking. A bit like that. But I can't see anything. Right, back to that bridge again. As you can see, still nothing. Nothing at all. See, this is the actual church. Matter of fact, let's go in here. This is the actual church where other people have said that they've seen stuff. But again, can't really see anything. Apart from it being a lovely church, to be fair. Again, nothing. It's really still, really quiet. To be fair, it's a lot more. It's more busy during the day when you're trying to film, because during the day it's like every man and his dog wants to stop and talk to you. So I'll turn it round. Right, I don't know whether I've just been unlucky tonight. Or whether generally isn't anything here. You can make your own mind up. Pretty sure there's other people out there that'll be saying yeah, it's full of it, because like I said, I've come across a couple of people, but me personally, I haven't really heard anything, not anything where I could say it was haunted or anything like that. So I don't really know what to make of it, to be fair. There's nothing that said to me it's full of ghosts and spirits like I've been told. Haven't heard anything apart from what could be birds or some sort of animal, and wood breaking, which to be fair did sound like somebody walking through the woods, but again could have been an animal. So other than that, that's going to be the end of it for me. There's nothing here, what I can see, nothing at all.
When I first started investigating the hauntings of Northern Woods, I approached it with an open mind. However, as you've seen on the film, a few things went bump, a few lights appeared, but does that mean it's haunted? Or is there a more logical explanation? Now, as I stated at the beginning, I'm not here to prove or disprove what may or may not be out there, because that's for you to decide. I'm only here to collect the evidence and then present it as I found it. But your job is now to re-study the film and then decide for yourself. So, that is the end of this investigation. Until the next time, thanks for watching.